From the 14th of the second month of 1441, 7 of staves hands out the tools to libel the good. 10 of cups needs to serenade where they should. King of staves, reversed, stops blowing nonsense in my ears. 9 of cups, reversed, realizes why drinking games spark fears. King of cups, regrets, giving towards what defames. 3 of coins, faces blame. Plans before work can prevent needing to clear names. Don't bark, but return to a creed. Luxury does not make us overfeed. Dismiss the whispers to be brilliant. Covenants spark jealousy are the empathy of others, joy, and nothing to repent for. Look towards what you witness before you stir needless torrents. I am here with Lzwvmmh
also known as Axaru. Oh yeah.
And what's your new channel if you want that mentioned? I can put that in.
Well, I got this new video. I basically have decided to not do videos every day like I did in back in the days, because that easily turns into a meme. So I figured I do only inspirational videos nowadays. So only when I'm really eureka inspired to speak about something, that's when I do a video nowadays. So it's not, so don't expect a video every day, but maybe it can be from once a year or once a month a video, or so it's basically random spontaneous videos I do now. So if for anyone interesting to watch, it's the channel is called Antihuman Alien. Yeah.
So did you have any initial thoughts of the poem at whole, or?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't any particular card in this one that really stood out for me, but not in a very personal kind of way. But yeah, let's see what you have and let's explore them each one by one and see where we get.
There was a 7 of staves somewhere. No, that's 7 of swords. King of staves.
Okay.
I don't. Did I? Okay, well, there's a 7 of staves handing out a thing to libel the good. So I'm going to flip through there. And the last one, I guess, look towards what you witness.
Mm-hmm.
Look towards what you witness before you stir needless torrents. So the staves is the wand card. So staves are wands.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right. Staves are wands. All right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is an interesting one.
Okay. Oh, so that's the stave, 7 of staves, or?
Okay, there's a person with 3 of them, but the rest of them are held. The one person has 1, and he's like, "Oh no, what have I done? I've given, you know."
Yeah.
So now, you know, what are it's the cat and the dog and the lamb and all that stuff going to beat him down with the staves. What's going on?
Okay.
But, I mean, they're not acting aggressive, but
yeah. Okay.
he had excess.
Yeah.
But look at who he gave it to. He gave it to another fool. He gave the fool more than himself. He gave it to some animals have weapons now too.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Because you know the club cards. In your typical playing cards, you got the clubs, so the staves are like that.
Okay. Yeah. So what's this card about?
There's something in the corner there.
Really?
It's like it's like there's a dog, but there's another cat, but there's a cat that's just some wild-faced critter off there in the corner. See that right there?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There. Yeah. Huh.
Oh, and there's a place for water. That's good that there's a water thing on the side of the building, but it's not necessarily good that it's a runoff spot. That's one of the things. You got these things on the side of churches and stuff with it collects the rain. Oh, well, they did collect the rainwater, because like the Jews like to bathe with rainwater.
Yeah. Really?
So they have a place where they dip into that has collected the rainwater.
Okay.
They want to flood, which means I'm thinking it pretty dirty, you could think, but
yeah. Yeah, that sounds dirty actually.
And speaking of dirty,
it sounds like something a Jew
speaking of dirty, not only is this woman not being careful, like, oh, well, I don't care who sees me, and when you're naked hanging out it's like, but maybe that's why they hang out in the alleyway in the first place. They're waiting for some naked person to appear in the window because they have to do something, and they're like, oh, that was totally worth it. Did you see her, this, that, or the other?
Oh, yeah, that's logical. Yeah.
There are some people like that. So covenant, scarf, jealousy are the empathy of others are nothing to repent for. So obviously people are looking, people are trying to peep at you and bothering you and all this stuff. And see, that guy's climbing up. He's not serenading her really. It's really so he can get a better look.
Okay. Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
But then again, there's some women who expect that. You don't nowadays. Nowadays, you gotta
subconscious.
You got to distinguish between what's going to get you a restraining order and what is going to get. It's like they give out restraining orders without people to do anything wrong. But whether it's going to please the woman or whether she's going to try to go after you in one way or another for it.
Questionable. Yeah.
Is to be said. So it's better to have more. But back in the day, they would do that. Back in the alleyways, they would throw their trash and all sorts of stuff. And
what, really? Yeah. Huh.
Oh, we have dogs and pigs going up and down the street, so
Yeah.
It's what they're going to eat.
Yeah.
No. You can do your bathing and having your clean clothes as clean as you've been in a month, and somebody throws stuff out the window or out their door.
Yeah. Huh.
King of Staves, reversed.
King of Staves, reversed.
Stop blowing nonsense in my ears. Dismiss the whispers to be brilliant. And when you are in charge, you think you are. People think they're so willful. They're this rebel, and they're doing things their own way. But you know what? Somebody else is suggesting things to them.
Who might that be? Can it be the devil, perhaps?
And if those things don't exist, people got to admit that, hey, somebody's out there. Somebody's out there. You're not serving yourself either. Whether there's
somebody's out there. You're not serving yourself. No.
every other are not serving one's true will, one's best cause of life or something.
Yeah. Wow.
But because people feel like, oh, if I just listen to the music I want, if I watch the TV shows I want.
Yeah.
And there's got to be more to that. And I've seen with pretty much every case that's not good. People have different tastes. People have different tastes. That's certainly the thing. And a King of Cups, for example, would have his own experience there. So King of Cups reversed.
What do we have here?
Realizes why drinking games may spark fears. So if you're too in for experience for itself, I don't know. You said there's 10 Hellraiser movies, so I don't know. I don't know if that for itself kind of breaks down like that. It's like the first guy wanted the experience, whether it was heaven or hell, torture. He just wanted something unique and different. He was willing to pay the price. and
Yeah,
luxury doesn't
yeah.
make us overfeed. So if you
Mhm,
have more than you need, it doesn't mean that, you know, you have to overindulge.
mhm.
Like
Yeah,
I have bought, you know, I have bought a watermelon, so I have to eat the whole thing in one day. No, you don't.
yeah, yeah.
No, you don't.
Uh-huh. We don't
Um,
know. Yeah.
and there's something called a fridge. It's not like you have to eat everything within 1 or 2 days,
Mm, interesting. Yeah,
or it's going to just get all bitter and everything else. No, no.
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's a
And
good thing to
if
be
you're
reminded of.
fermenting
I mean,
things,
yeah.
if a person's fermenting things, it's like,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily go as well as people think. Now,
No, exactly.
if you ferment for purposes of probiotics,
Uh-huh.
whatever, maybe it's a little, but you're not. But when you're fermenting
Yeah.
things to make things alcoholic, sometimes it gets
Hmm.
too alcoholic, or sometimes it gets
Yeah.
rotten in a bad way, and you're
Yeah.
just fermenting things just to get a high enough quantity of alcohol. That's asking for problems.
Yeah.
Even if you're
Yeah.
okay with that, but you never know what
Yeah.
things you're going to see, because
Yeah.
it's like that story in the story in the Bible of
Hmm.
Bacchus turning. It's not Jesus really. It was
Hmm.
originally written about Bacchus. So Bacchus turns
Okay. Yeah.
water into wine
Yeah.
and all that stuff,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
the people are rowdy, and it's like, oh, he brings back the wine, and oh, he
Hmm.
brought the best wine. So they got to the point where they're just then they're just stupefied, and okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you see people starting to get
Yeah.
unhappy and
Hmm.
upset there amongst the drinking.
Hmm. Yeah.
And half of them are risen to their feet. This guy's in a debate, whether it's a useful debate or not.
Yeah.
How are things? How are things? An old Persian adage, you know, discuss
Hmm.
the most important things in life. Make the
Hmm.
decision when you're drunk, and make the decision when you're sober. So make the
Okay.
decision twice.
Okay. Make this twice. All right. Gotcha.
I don't think you'd have to get high or drunk to
No.
confirm how
No.
big your
No.
decision is.
No.
Like
Yeah.
how many people
Yeah.
get high on meth and end up
Hmm.
accidentally cooking their kid or selling their kid into slavery, and they think it's a great idea at the time, and then they're
Yeah.
like, when
Oh
they
my gosh.
sober up and they're in court for it, it's like, oh no, I've ruined my life.
Oh
I've ruined other
fuck.
people's lives. Maybe people are even
Yeah.
dead because of me. And
Oh fuck. Yeah.
like because the country is pretty big, there's all the
Hmm.
time people that are like, they
Yeah.
just got so high on drugs they didn't know that they were just, even if they had.
Yeah.
I've talked to somebody
Wow.
in
Yeah. Hmm.
Portland, Oregon. Maybe you've heard about how bad Portland, Oregon
Hmm.
can be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone in Portland, Oregon, like the
Hmm.
murder rate's like 20 times what it was a couple of years ago
Oh.
because of the Black Lives Matter rise. But
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
it's all this self-hating.
Yeah.
Well, we're so
Self-help. Yeah.
tolerant, but
Mhm.
we're intolerant at the same
Yeah.
time.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. At the same time. Yeah. 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 I mean, that's, yeah. Now I got you. Now I get the whole picture.
But I met
Yeah.
somebody told me that they had
Hmm.
money, but they didn't,
Hmm.
because they were more or
Yeah.
less on and off
Yeah.
on adulterated
Yeah. Yeah.
amphetamines at the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They tried to whore themselves out in the
Oh.
Starbucks. They
Oh my
left
God.
they had the money for their coffee, but they didn't have it
Yeah.
with them. They didn't feel like going back to
Wow.
their car, but they
Uh-huh.
so they felt like whoring themselves out in the nearest bathroom
Oh.
to pay for their
Wow.
for their luxury item at a place where they
Yeah.
didn't need to consume anything. Nothing there
Shit.
was the coffee, and none of that
Yeah.
was needed for survival,
Hmm.
definitely. But they were
Yeah.
thinking of whoring themselves. They tried to whore themselves out in the Starbucks.
What the
And
fuck?
no, someone they knew was
Yeah.
there, and not even that person would have followed
Yeah.
them into the bathroom and got at the very
Yeah.
least got kicked out of that Starbucks and had your picture on the thing.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy's
Shit.
not allowed here.
Yeah.
It's like you're
Oh
hanging out.
fuck. Yeah.
It's like red
Wow.
flags not to heed when you hang out when you're hanging
Yeah.
out with the woman, and she
Yeah.
knows all the
Yeah.
bathrooms
Yeah.
and alleyways to have
Yeah.
sex with in that part of town.
Hmm.
It's like, I probably
Yeah.
was going to before, but now I'm not going to.
Oh yeah. Oh
The
wow.
fact that you just know where the nearest bathroom is that's good to have sex.
Yeah.
Ew. First of
Hmm.
all, ew. I don't want to have sex next to a toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
but yeah, that's just
Mhm. Yeah.
a red flag there. But
Wow.
uh,
Yeah.
Basically drug-induced insanity was what you see some people go.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Oh wow.
That's why I was saying the other day, if a person must get high, if you can't get around with your buddies that you can trust and do something shamanistic, you can still do something shamanistic through YouTube.
You can still do.
You got stuff to listen to, stuff to watch that's good for your soul. And when you're it's like if you work your it's like I don't do drugs, but I can work myself into a trance. When I work myself into a trance and I work some of that stuff, so what's this one? King of Cups. Oh, I noticed I only have like 5 minutes or something. The King of Cups. Threats giving towards what defames. And so don't bark, but return to a creed. Okay, so the guy. Oh, the king. That's interesting. The king. The king. Did he give too much? Okay, I'm trying to get it. Did he give too much, and now he's on the outside?
Oh, interesting.
Some people give in charity, but they don't get. They don't regard. They just give everything. They don't regard about their own needs, and then they end up begging themselves.
Yeah, and then they create more problems that way, and
so
they become a burden instead
so they become a burden. They set an example that people don't want to follow, rather than this guy's given instead of watching instead of going out to the movies or eating junk food today, he's given a few bucks in charity. That's pretty good. Or maybe he saved up and gave some of his savings. But somebody who gives to the point where they can't pay their bills.
It's like correct charity, right? It's like charity is only as good as what it builds for the whole. Like,
and you definitely don't. It's like, first of all, you don't give to the guy yelling downtown, "I need an extra $20 I need an extra $25 to buy crack." Again, I witnessed that in Portland, Oregon. What was that, Pioneer Square or something? I was down there, and some guy was yelling. This guy was yelling out that he needed crack money. He's very specific. I think he needed more to buy the crack.
That sounds like Swedish charity in a nutshell. What you're telling me
but
there.
You want to know where your charity goes. That's why. It's like I'll give something to people. It's like I'll give something that I know. Like I'll give something if I have ethics with food. I'm employing those ethics when I give a charity. If I give charity, I want to make sure it's going to be spent towards something that's ethically valuable, on my side, not toward here's some money, spend it how you want.
I mean, what else could be the point of giving? I mean, anything else must be only you give just for your own self-image. Oh, look, I'm such a giving person. Look at me. I give to the Red Cross. I get 10 self-image points there.
So this guy's on this guy is going about, and but that your typical cups guy is on a quest. So there's nothing in his cup. There's nothing in his cup. So that's what makes him different. The other ones, there's like a lobster or a turtle or something, and so they have the Holy Grail. They're not only having the Holy Grail, but they're using the Holy Grail.
Wow.
Not necessarily Jesus's lineage or something like that. The Holy Grail goes far more back. That's why I shared a book on that's why I shared that Ritual to Romance videos, because Holy Grail is more than a Christian thing.
It is.
It goes it goes thousands of years back before Christianity.
Wow, that's good to know when watching Nagago's Grail Gnosticism. I keep that in mind.
But the cups is an experience thing. So he's a developed person that's
that's why it's called Grail Gnosticism. Gnosticism experience.
A developed person, a person with knowledge that is still using that. The three of coins, spaces, plans before work can prevent needing to clear names. And so this guy's at a table, and nothing's at the table, but something's off to the side. So is it because of his reputation? He's trying to hire workers to do the building. Whether he's the overseer or whether he owns the building, he's trying to hire workers. But the workers are, something's wrong.
Yeah, it sounds like something's wrong there.
And you know, they seem to be leaving. So but it's the three of coins is the card of work. And
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Of course we got the backs here where we have the have two of everything: a cup, a disc, a wand, two swords.
Cup, disc, wand, yeah.
But if we had colors or shades more than two colors, we'd probably have those in a dual aspect. We'd probably have these the cup, wand, sword, disc thing. We probably have that as something that you know.
Interesting.
It's you know, a negative and a positive for each, because no card, whether it's if it's a pip, it's a state, I mean, there's other things too, right?
Yeah.
If it's a trump, it's a station.
Yeah.
In life, if it's a pip, it's a experience, or it's a state that a person goes through. You know, the Sufis talk about states and stations.
Okay, yeah.
Might as well close.
Oh, they do? Oh, yeah.
Close up with that meme, because
yeah.
they talk about the stations and the states that a person goes through. Whether
wow. Yeah. Interesting.
And my next seasonal talks about that too, because you know,
it does?
my next seasonal, because it's about the drive, and it's about using. It's not just blood and soil. It's about using blood and soil. It's not about some inherent "I'm better than you," all that sort of stuff. You don't see.
Wow. Yeah, that's the difference.
Like survival symbol right there. But
yeah.
So you're using it, but the verses listed, the stuff listed up in the corner and off the sides is one distinguishing between the path itself and the temptation. Like the last one we went over is what is the path and what's merely the suggestion of the path.
That's a very important distinction to make there. Yeah.
And so there's those sorts of issues on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but yeah, everything's something for you to do with. It's like, oh no, I drew the death card and I'm going to die. No, it's you think about the issue of change and loss, and well, can you do something good or positive? So no card is good, no card is bad. It's what you're doing with the themes of that card.
Oh yeah, that's
so tarot is completely malleable in that way towards good. If you want to encourage somebody towards a good situation, if you want to encourage them towards a bad situation, if you want to try to get that, if they're not thinking of something, and you can try to bring them towards this or other. And that's why a lot of people who hire people to do this stuff, not only to read their future, but to provoke them towards worry. You don't want to provoke someone. But
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
I see. I do need to stop this pretty much immediately. And
something. All right.
But so